Reading Resource Fall Semester Exam. First story. You should guess answers to your homework before searching online by Science News for Students. What do you do when you do not know a homework answer? Googling it may get you a better grade, but it will not help you learn. Scientists say that guessing is the better plan. Googling something is typing a question into Google. It is a search engine online. It pulls up answers to your questions based on online results. Arnold Glass is a psychologist. He studies how the mind works. He looked at almost 10 years of his students' homework and tests. All of his students took quizzes before the class. They answered more questions on their homework after the class. Mr. Glass tested them again on the exam. Repeated quizzes help with learning. This is called the testing effect. Read about something again and again. You will probably not remember it as well. However, if you test yourself again and again, you will do better on the last test. For years, Mr. Glass saw his students get better grades with each quiz. Not anymore though. By 2017, most students did not get better By 2017, most students did better on homework and worse on tests. Smartphones changed the game. What changed? Now, almost everyone has a smartphone. It is easier to go online and find answers fast. Students can't use phones for tests, though. Mr. Glass tested this. He asked students if they came up with their answers or looked them up. Most students who looked up their answers did better on homework. They did worse on tests. Mr. Glass says teachers can help change this. They can write questions that Google can't answer. These questions might ask you to explain something you just read. This pushes students to remember and use what they have learned. Question: what is this article mainly about? How to type a question into Google, how to always make a good guess, or why guessing helps with learning. Read the paragraph below from the section Smartphones Changed the Game. What changed? Now almost everyone has a smartphone. It is easier to go online and find the answers fast, but students cannot use phones for tests. What is the focus of this paragraph? A problem caused by smartphones, a question asked on smartphone, a reason why smartphones are good. Why did the author write this article? To explain how students can do better on tests, to persuade teachers to let students use Google in class, to inform students about how to use a search engine. Read the paragraph below from the section Repeated Quizzes Help with Learning. This is called the testing effect. Read about something again and again. You will probably not remember it as well. But if you test yourself again and again, you will do better on the last test. What does the author want to explain in this paragraph? Why the testing effect is bad, why students are doing worse on tests, or how the testing effect works. Blue Whale Song's Timing Reveals Time to Go by Scientific American. The blue whale can weigh over 381,000 pounds. It can measure up to 98 feet long. It is the largest animal on Earth. Blue whales feed on tiny ocean animals called krill. Actually, krill is all the whales eat. During the summer, blue whales swim the Pacific Ocean. They can be found off the coast of California. There they feed on huge amounts of krill each day. Will Ostertrecht is a marine ecologist. He studies ocean plants and animals. It is amazing that huge animals like blue whales can survive on krill, he says. The whales have extreme feeding habits. A blue whale eats many tons of krill each day. The whales spend the whole day feeding. When the sun is up, the whales dive hundreds of feet below the surface. There they find crowds of krill, but the krill scatter at night. The whales can no longer feed. Instead, the whales start to sing. They can sing for 10 to 12 hours straight, says Ostrich. Whale songs fill the ocean. Whales create loud, deep songs. These can be heard by other whales far across the ocean. Some of the sounds are low-pitched. They can be hard for humans to hear. Scientists record the whale songs and then speed them up. This helps bring the sound closer to human hearing range. Scientists are not sure why blue whales sing. They think it might have to do with mating. The sounds might attract mates. They also keep other males away. The Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute is located in Monterey Bay, California. The aquarium records the songs of blue whales. To do so, they use an underwater microphone. The microphone records constantly. It picks up all the sounds in Monterey Bay. Scientists can then listen to the recordings. Ostrich and his team study the recordings. They listen to the blue whales singing. They examine how the songs changed across the seasons. They noticed an unusual pattern. In the summer, the whales sang at night, but heading into winter, the whales began singing more during the day. Tags show song pattern changes. To learn more, the scientists tagged individual whales. Some tags have cameras. They also have sensors and transmitters. Tagging whales allows scientists to collect data on the animals as they move. In this case, scientists kept track of the whales' feeding and singing behavior. In the fall, the whales start migrating south. A migration is a mass movement. The whales headed to their breeding grounds. These are located off the coast of Mexico. During migration, the whales do not feed as much. Instead, they spend their days singing. Song change means migration time. Daytime whale songs mean migration is about to start. This discovery will help scientists. It will be easier for them to track the whales. They will know when the migrations begin. They just have to listen when the whales start singing. Blue whales are endangered. That means they are endangered of disappearing forever. But watching the whales in real time could help scientists protect them. Which question is answered in the introduction, paragraphs 1 through 3? What does the blue whale song sound like? Where do blue whales migrate in the winter? Or how much krill do blue whales eat every day? Read the section, Song Change Means Migration Times. Select the sentence from the section that explains why scientists are worried about blue whales. That means they are in danger of disappearing forever. It will be easier for them to track the whales. Daytime whale songs mean migration is about to start. Read the section from the selection from the section, Whale songs fill the ocean. They noticed an unusual pattern. In the summer, the whales sang at night, but heading into winter, the whales began singing more during the day. Which word could replace unusual without changing the meaning of the section? Strange, normal, powerful. So they noticed a strange pattern, they noticed a normal pattern, or they noticed a powerful pattern. Which one could replace unusual without changing the meaning of the selection? Read the selection from the section Tags Show Song Pattern Changes to learn more. The scientists tagged individual whales. Some tags have cameras. They also have sensors and transmitters. Tagging whales allows scientists to collect data on the animals as they move. What does the word collect mean? Change, gather, make. NASA spacecraft makes historic attempt to snag samples of asteroid Bennu by space.com. Bennu is the name of an asteroid. It is a rocky body. It travels around the sun in a fixed path called an orbit. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, is a U.S. government agency. It conducts space research. It sent out a probe called OSIRIS-REx. A probe is a spacecraft that travels through space. It collects information on science. The probe went into deep space. This is a space outside the Earth-Moon system. OSIRIS-REx collected a sample from Bennu. The OSIRIS-REx mission cost $800 million. It was launched in September 2016. It arrived at Bennu in December 2018. OSIRIS avoids boulder for sample. Bennu is as wide as 5 football fields. The ground is bumpy with rocks as large as houses. It was difficult to find a flat ground on which they could grab a sample safely. The team chose a small crater or hollow called Nightingale. This site had fresh and fine-grained material. There are hurdles within the crater as well. The spacecraft chose a small area free of big rocks. It is the length of 2 cars. OSIRIS-REx is the size of a 15-passenger van. So, it was a difficult operation. It takes more than 18 minutes for commands to travel from Earth to OSIRIS-REx. So the craft performed the operation on its own. It has a sample collecting kit. It is attached to the end of a robotic arm. The probe blasted Bennu's surface with nitrogen gas. This stirred up dirt and rock. The sampling kit collected it. Samples could teach a lot about the solar system. They wanted to collect a sample about the weight of a tennis ball. It is possible that OSIRIS-REx could not collect enough. Then they will make another attempt. This will be at a backup site known as Osprey. A third try would be possible too. The probe carries 3 bottles of surface-disturbing nitrogen gas. If things work well, OSIRIS-REx will leave Bennu in March of 2021. The collected samples will land on Earth in September 2023. They will be in a special return capsule or container. Scientists will study the samples. There was an epoch or period when planets formed. Asteroids are like building blocks. They are left over from that time. So, studying them could give us important information. They might tell us about the early days of the solar system. They might tell us all about the rise of life on Earth. What question is answered in the section OSIRIS avoids boulders for sample? What are some problems the OSIRIS-REx team had to solve? How much did the OSIRIS-REx cost? Where is Bennu? Which sentence from the section samples could teach a lot about solar system explains why scientists study asteroids? They wanted to collect a sample about the weight of a tennis ball. The probe carries 3 bottles of surface-disturbing nitrogen gas. They might tell us about the early days of our solar system. Which event happened first in the article? OSIRIS-REx went into deep space. OSIRIS-REx launched. OSIRIS-REx landed on Bennu. How did the ground on Bennu affect the OSIRIS-REx mission? It was too big for the probe to explore. It made it hard to find flat ground to collect a sample from, or it made it hard for the craft to get directions from Earth. Okay, after you've chosen your correct answer, please click Submit. Thank you.